Hi, this is Gerd Leonhard, futurist in Basel, Switzerland. Today with a short greeting for the IAB Belgium community, where I'm speaking in May for your conference. Very quick on the future of advertising, marketing and branding. I look forward to talking to you about this. As you can see here, my motto is the future is already here, and as William Gibson would say, or has said, but it's just unevenly distributed. I think what we're seeing right now in the next 5 years in advertising and marketing, many of those things are already here. For example, everything is switching to mobile, and we're going to see that trend be very huge in the next 5 years, because basically most of the internet traffic, what we do to connect to the web to others, will be done on mobile devices, so on tablets and smartphones and so on, not on the computer. This is a huge shift. I think it's a gold mine, obviously, for advertising, because the mobile allows you to buy things and to forward things and to share things and to create and co-create, which is going to be a huge trend. So that in itself, of course, we know that most brands are slow in making that change. But as consumers change, we're going to see things like the mobile phone companies and operators radically reducing the tariffs, also for roaming, which the EU Commission, of course, is working on. Devices will get a lot cheaper and more capable, and Apple's dominance will continue, but it will not be the only big player in town. And I think we're going to see a vast ecosystem of mobile services, people using it as a matter of fact, just like they use water now when they go to wash their hands in a restaurant. They don't have to pay extra for that. It's all part of an environment. We're going to see lots of bundles of mobile services with content. So this is going to make advertising become some sort of content-related thing. I mean, branded content will be huge, and advertising will, in effect, turn into content itself, which we can see already saw years ago with BMWFilms.com, and now we're seeing it with Farmville and Gagaville and all the other villes that we're going to see on Facebook. The Facebook IPO this year will be a huge shift of thinking, that all of a sudden social has become the next search, which is clear to most of us already. But 5 years from now, we're going to see a world that's interconnected with roughly 5 billion people. And this is substantially different what I call the network society. And advertising in a network society has to add value, has to be specific, has to use my data if I allow it, right? Has to guarantee my privacy at the same time. So advertising will radically change here, because all of a sudden advertising has to be a value rather than a nuisance. And it also has to be transparent and true, and it has to be authenticated by my friends. So there's going to be lots of really dramatic shifts here. I will point out some of those. For example, automated translation we're going to see in probably less than 3 years, being able to talk to somebody and then it comes out on the other end in Chinese or Utu or whatever language you want. Maybe not Finnish, that would be a little bit too hard. But you're going to see automated translation. You're going to see things like geolocation bundled with automatic translation and so on, and subtitles and videos and translated ads and so on. So in short, it's going to be about relevance and about trust and using my data. And as I always say, data is the new oil, which is not for me, but I use it happily anyway. So these are some of the key trends I will discuss, and I will try to also zoom out a little bit further even and point out a couple of really interesting things that have to do with video, what's going to happen with social networks becoming broadcasters. That alone is going to shift a lot of budgets over. The question is not if, but when and in which country. I'm sure you're aware of that. So I look forward to seeing you at IAB Belgium at this event. And until then, you can check out my apps. Just Google for Futurist app, Gerd Futurist. We'll find lots of my things. My company is thefuturesagency.com, and my website is mediafuturist.com. Thanks for listening, and thanks for watching.